Imagine it's a Monday morning at 11 a.m. and you are sitting at the kitchen table in your pajamas trying to listen to another U.S. history lecture given by your mom, but all you can think about is walking into the next room to watch E-News on the couch. While some of you might think this scenario would be a pretty nice alternative as opposed to the harsh realities of regular clothes, classrooms, and school bells, would you really want this to be your life every day throughout all of your years of education? And how do you think you would be a different person today if that was, in fact, your life? From a variety of sources and interacting with my 7 cousins who have been homeschooled their whole life, I know firsthand the obvious differences between adolescents who have been taught from home in comparison to those who have gone to public institutions. All students K-12 should be required to attend a public or private school as opposed to the option of homeschooling because they need to be exposed to an environment that will allow them to learn life lessons through experience. Today I will be covering why parents think homeschooling is a better option, why homes are not fit to be education centers, and reasons that attending a public institution for school is better for overall development. Before I discuss in more detail the benefits gained from real-life school experiences, I'm going to cover why parents think homeschooling their children is the better option. Many people assume that parents choose to homeschool their children for weird and odd reasons because they are afraid of exposing their kids to the real world. However, this is not necessarily the case. According to the Association for Supervision and Curriculum Development, most common reasons parents choose this route are academic, religious, social, and family. As far as parents not being qualified enough to teach all the subjects, the ASCD believes that education isn't necessarily about teaching the students all the knowledge that the teacher has. Rather, it is instilling disciplines like learning to love the different subjects. Sheltering kids is what homeschooling seems to be, but the parents who homeschool see their family as superior to all the other institutions in society. Another strong component is religion, because some families have very strong religious customs that public schools do not integrate into their day-to-day life, and private schools aren't always financially an option. While these homeschool parents have valid reasons for wanting to educate their children at home, they're not thinking about all the resources and space schools have that allow students to grow and flourish. Teaching from home is not ideal. Initially, it sounds very laid back and low-key, a day spent with mom or dad teaching new things. But is that really the healthiest option for a young, energetic child? According to middleschool.net, a website made by teachers for teachers, it is nearly impossible for a home to be as well equipped as regular schools in terms of facilities. Not only do most homes not have art rooms, endless music instruments, laptops for team games, and all the tools schools offer, they also don't have teachers being paid to act as educators. Meaning, parents can lose their patience easily with their child because they are the discipliner, and when that duty crosses paths with the teacher of all their subjects, there's bound to be conflict and kids not wanting to listen to their parents. Finally, the motivation is definitely at a different level if the parent and student do not have to leave their house. Homes offer all kinds of distractions and temptations to do other things like cleaning or watching TV, making staying on task a constant challenge. Lastly, homes do not have hundreds of kids bursting with energy, ready to socialize, share, and learn how to work with others their age. The lack of interaction with other people outside of family is one of the biggest issues posed with homeschooling. Everyone remembers grade school for the memories made with other people, like meeting your best friend, Christmas pageants, and the science experiment exploding all over the classroom, not necessarily the learning part. According to PBS.org, one of the clearest findings to emerge from research into happiness is that we are social creatures. All of us need other people in order to be well and thrive. We feel better just being around other people, even if they can get on our nerves or annoy at times. That is just part of life and being with other human beings. I know not only my parents, but nearly all parents just want their child to be happy, even if that means that choosing a different path than the parents had hoped for. With that being said, and the knowledge we know about lack of socialization, wouldn't it only make sense to send your child to a public or private school? This is not to say parents who homeschool their children are selfish, because they probably believe that what they are doing is best for their child. But in reality, kids thrive when they can play, laugh, fight, and learn with other kids. I think RobinsonCurriculum.org expressed the overall problem of homeschooling best by stating, children cannot attend college and graduate school without the same exposure to the same evils in American colleges and universities that were a primary reason for taking the children out of the public schools in the first place. Parents need to reconsider why they think they are doing their kids a favor with educating them from home, and if an at-home education will really benefit their children in the future. The world may not always be a pretty place, but someday, in one way or another, everyone has to face reality, and homeschooling kids is only prolonging the inevitable.